Working now? Oh, I think it's working. Hey guys, I don't know if this is working. I'm trying to set stuff up. It wasn't letting me. It wasn't showing that I was streaming before, so I couldn't read the chat. Oh yeah, there we go. Is that the right one? So that's me. Okay, cool. Yeah. Before I started streaming, it straight up wasn't. It said streaming on OBS, but it wasn't streaming to anywhere. I went on my channel, didn't say I was live. Went on, I tried an incognito tab to view my channel from not my channel. Wasn't there. I thought, oh, I'll go to Video Manager, go to Streams. Nothing there. And then the stream key was wrong, which is really weird because I streamed Freddy Fish like a week ago, and I hadn't changed anything from then, and that worked. So I don't know what the deal is there. But yeah, here we are. And let me just, I don't know if anyone's watching yet, so let me just spam this link to some people. I got Facecam finally. I didn't have Facecam in the Freddy Fish stream because I didn't feel like it, but first stream I didn't have Facecam because I was on my desktop. Then I went on a trip, brought my laptop, had Facecam there. Now I've got a camera. You can see it's a webcam. I can move it around. I got that for my desktop now, so that's all working. Sorry about my hair, it's a mess. I'd love for you guys to hear the music I'm listening to, but I'd rather not get my channel copyright struck because I know YouTube doesn't give a shit about tiny channels, so I could get seriously screwed. So I'm not going to bother with that. And now I'm just going to send this stream out to some people. And to be honest, guys, I'm going to be honest with you, anyone watching, I don't know what we're going to get up to tonight. I have no plans. I just know I want to do some pixel art and I want to do a live stream. Skapeep says farts. Thanks, Skapeep. Pixel farts. Actually, like we got pixel. Where are they? Where's Brapfish? There you go. Pixel farts right there. There you go. I feel like this had like this. Oh, you know what? You want more farts? We got cake farts right there. That's three pixel farts. I think there's another Bratfish up. Yeah, there you go. So that's 4. I mean, it's really only 3 because the cake's the same one twice, so that's really doesn't count. But I should talk to you guys about what I've done since the last stream. So the last stream we did, I think we did the donuts. What else did we do? We did the summary. That's right. Since then, someone asked, Eat Shoe was in chat, he was saying, do George. So there's George from the meme, the fat frog. He's up here. There you go, that's George. So I think it's a girl, actually. It doesn't matter, it's a fat fuck. So there we got George, we have traditional George, we got shocked George, and then we got George in a Mario hat, because, the Mario Kart music plays in the back of the meme. You can see the progress of George up here. I was going to have him, her, them, whatever, driving a cart, but it didn't really work out. You can see some of the variations. This is before I realized the color was just terrible, so I fixed that up. These ones here, the cake, the yarn ball, and the cats, those are all done for my good friend Rob's. You can check out his live stream. It's the aquarium guys, not live stream. Well, yeah, I think they streamed it on Twitch, but I meant to say podcast, the aquariums guys podcast. Helped us set up our podcast, so, grateful to them. And his girlfriend or his wife, my bad, was streaming on Twitch, and they wanted emotes. So, I did some. We got some cats, some cake farts, a normal cake, some yarn balls. And then I also gave them a bunch of, my random ones. I recently went through and kind of updated all these. Oh, here's a bunch of, girl expressions. But you can see the detail on these. I don't know if you can tell, but there's a bit more shading. This guy's a lot better than what he looked like before. Just some general improvements to all these, especially the turkey, I think, is noticeable. But that's all the changes. Now, I think we could start with a very simple one. Someone, I think it was Matt, wanted an upside-down catfish. We got an orange laser Cory. We can flip it upside down. We can do an upside-down cat pretty easily. I think we should do that. I have a reference image here somewhere. I was going to do a Blackwater tank, you can see here. I don't know when I'm going to do that, because that's going to be a bit of an endeavor. Yeah, there's the reference image. Let's resize that. Yeah, that's good. Stick that. We can... There's balls. We can work over here today, why not? Now let's just take, where are you? Let's take you. You know, I've been learning Photoshop recently. You'd think that would mean I'd be making the switch to it, but no, I'm just so used to the MS Paint, I don't think it's ever going to change. Please don't swear. Thanks, Peep. Okay, let's rotate, or actually, no, let's keep them facing this. Let's rotate this so I can get a good idea of my reference here. Rotate 9, nope, I'm an idiot. Flip horizontal. No, not the entire document. Oh god, I bet everything looks so weird. You know when you like look at something in the mirror and it looks, yeah, like look. Everything just looks so strange. Oh, the lemon looks deformed. The strawberry looks the same. The fish mostly look the same. The mushroom actually looks better, I think. The kiwi looks weird. I'm spending way too much time on a mistake. Let's flip you over. If anyone's curious to, you know, you can't hear what I'm listening to right now, but I'm listening to a 6-hour playlist of progressive rock because, you know, why not? Okay, so this guy. So he's got kind of a stripy pattern, almost like knife fish, but not quite. We got kind of like it's like a leopard almost. Is the finnage different? I think the tail fin rather. Andy shit on me for in the lionfish video. I called the tail fin like the back fin because I'm a fucking idiot. Yeah, I think the tail fin's a bit more, and the whatever the fin on the back is called is a bit more like, I don't know what to say. It's less of this and more, you know. So let's work with that. So we're gonna start. I think we'll start with. We'll just keep the colors we have to kind of work with that, and then we can kind of fix them up as we get going. Yeah, there we go. Can make that a bit wider. Make the tail a bit, you know, just a bit more dramatic. And just for an easy one, just kind of chilling out tonight, you know. Should really do, after I crash my tank, I think I vowed to myself that I would do like some art of all the fish that I lost because, you know, that'd be nice. Like, just, they're pretty generic fish, I mean, but you know, it'd be nice to like do some of them just for the heck of doing them. Like, why haven't I done a betta yet? Why haven't I done a, you know, powdered blue gourami yet? Just all these kind of generic fish you think I would have done by now, but I haven't. Okay, that's a little too dramatic. And technically, I should be doing this live. I promised my girlfriend a bunch of pixel art for her birthday, which was a while ago, but then, you know, just school started and a bunch of shit. She said, don't worry about it, you know, do it whenever you want. And I really should be doing that, but she's busy right now, and I really wanted to live stream, so sorry, Francis, but I guess this is coming first. Not that it's more important than you, just, you know, I don't want to do... I'd feel wrong doing the ones you wanted if you're not here. It'd be funny if she's like typing in chat right now because I'm not reading it, but I'm pretty sure she said she was busy right now. Yeah, okay, that's starting to look okay. Now the whiskers are a lot longer. Well, I mean, at least relative to the image, so... And since we're upside down, we can kind of work with that. Okay, so that's a good start. I know this one's more angled, this guy's not, but we're trying to be cute here. Let's see, check chat real quick. VC bro, make Corridora. Just joined. All this looks nice. Thanks, Shade. Double, I do not want a VC because I know how unhinged things can be. Just telling Matt that I'm making the upside down cat for him because I think he was the one who asked. Okay, color schemes. Well, I think just to start off, I'm just going to kind of define some things better just so I can visualize it. So the fin, I want to stand out a bit more. Put a pixel there. Yeah, there we go. I'm going to copy this real quick, and I'm just going to move the eye just to see how that looks. So let's just fill this in. Because if you look in this image, the eye's like here, and you know we want to have a bit of variety when we're just doing these recolors. So I think the eye here would actually not look too bad. Let's flip these guys upside down and see how they look. Okay, so this one's better. It looks like what it is. It looks like a Corey with like random mods thrown onto it. Okay, let's get rid of that one. Oh geez, the background color's all white now. Okay, great. So we have like the red kind of gill area. That's the same. I do that. Now, if I look at this image, his fin looks, where I have the fin positioned here, isn't really accurate. It should be a bit lower, but I don't know if I can really get away with that. And to be honest, it's probably not even the proper positioning for a Corey. Oh, okay, I'm looking at the big image now. He's like, it's kind of, I think it's the angle it's at. That's what we'll blame it on, at least. Let's grab these two colors, just so we have an idea of our color palette. What's the tail? Okay, the tail's the same thing, just lighter. That's what we'll go with. All these fish have like transparency in their tails. I can't work with that. I mean, I can make it white like the lionfish. That's about as good as I can get. Where'd I put you? Okay, we got that, and then we have that. Those are light and dark. I thought they had a dark belly. Maybe this is a bad image. Upside down catfish. I know you guys can't see this. I'll pop in any images I find. Yeah, they kind of have a. This is a good image actually. This one's a lot goofier. So their stomach is darker, and that's why they're like upside down. So predators can't see from above, or is it from below? I don't know how these guys work. I watched a little documentary, and by that I mean it was like a 9-minute video, but. I can't exactly remember the mechanisms of the upside down catfish. I just know they're absolutely hilarious. Like, look at that thing. It's great. But I think I'm gonna make that a bit bigger. Yeah, that looks good. Yeah, I like that. We do that there. And then again, we're gonna flip this and we're gonna flip this and it's gonna be the most ridiculous thing ever. Yeah. It's like Corey 2, you know? If corridors are so great, why haven't they come out with corridors 2? Well, there you go, they have. If anyone doesn't know what a Corydorus is, because I'm sure, you know, I spam this everywhere I could. I'm sure there's a few people that don't even know what a Cory is. So I'll just chuck in a photo of a Corydorus real quick. Actually, let me get an orange laser, because that's the one I based it off of. Alright, for anyone who doesn't know, there's a Corydorus. This is the orange laser one. You can see they have an orange laser on them. That's what I based this little guy off of. You can see, in fact, I think the reference image is right there. It's the same one. Might be a different one. Sorry, Aquarium Co-op, I'm stealing your image. But yeah, they're little catfish. They're great. You know, keep them in groups of, I mean, it says 6 or more, but I usually go with 9. Anyone who keeps a single one needs to be purged from this earth. You know, just some basic information. Let's go for a bit lighter. And I'm just gonna kind of clear out the not the outline, the filling rather. That sounds weird. It sounds like I'm talking about like something stuffed. We're gonna just take out the filling here. This is a cooking video now. We're gonna be cooking corridors. Good lord. Yeah, I imagine those little barbels they have in their back fin wouldn't be too pleasant. Well, I guess this isn't a Cory. This is a, we're turning a Cory into an upside down catfish. I'm sure there's been people before that have had dying Corys and been like, haha, he's an upside down catfish, and the Cory's like, please Lord, just end my life. I had a Cory swim upside down. I've seen Cory swim upside down before. I had one do it a lot and then it died. That was when I very first started fish keeping. Okay, so what we gonna do is we're gonna just kind of, and I know this looks absolutely terrible right now, but just stick with me, everyone. You can trust me. I've done this, for a long time, so that, automatically means I'm good. It's not like doing one thing without getting out of your comfort zone causes you to become not better at it. I apologize between the long breaks between streams. It's just sometimes you lack the motivation to get into these things. All right, well, that's a start. I mean, yeah, that's already kind of starting to look like what we want. I think we're gonna make this a bit lighter. And then we'll detail with some darker ones later, just because I know the outline is what we're gonna want to be the darkest, and we're gonna want it to be this brown color as well. So we're gonna have to look at that. So like if we make this our outline. We're getting somewhere. I might make this fin a little more, if we crunch it a bit. Yeah, it looks a bit better. No, his fin kind of goes like that. Some of these shapes are just not, you can't really capture them in pixel art, because like that's, like it kind of bends forward, but with this few pixels you just can't really do that. The best you can do is that. I mean, actually looks kind of accurate, and if we just squish that a bit, that's actually not bad. I mean, yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, that's a decent start, I think. And don't worry, his colors are going to be less awful soon. Okay, let's see here. I think we're gonna want to make. So I think we'll make the barbels like a lighter kind of brown, kind of like the Cory here. But the Cory here has got a bit of an orange tint, so we're gonna try to get rid of that. Even though really, I think brown is just. I think brown's generally a kind of a dark kind of muted orange, or a red. Just add some darker bits in there for the texturing. This is weird because I'm glad I decided to do this upside down and not do it right side up and flip it, because it's causing me to think differently than I normally would, which is always great with this kind of thing. You want to always be challenging your mind, I guess. I was reading something the other day and it was like, sometimes it's the people who actually haven't been in a field for any length of time that end up being the innovators, or the ones that kind of spawn the great idea, because the ones who've been in it for so long, they've been doing it for so long that it's almost become like, I don't know what the actual term they used, but the way I interpret it is like, it becomes almost robotic. It becomes automatic in your brain. You're so used to this, you just go through the same processes and you never kind of adapt from them, and then you don't end up really improving. I think it was saying like chess players will like play checkers sometimes, and it helps them improve, because then when they come back to chess, their mind isn't so focused on one way of playing. I don't really know how it works, but I do feel like I enjoy things more when I take a break from them. I think I mentioned that in the last stream. Now we're going to use kind of this grayish green color for the fins, I think. I might change that at the end, but it's hard working with fins with these guys. And when I say these guys, I just mean like fish in general, because often fins are, pretty much always the fins are going to be like pretty much like a just transparent, not transparent, I guess more translucent, but they'll always be kind of just kind of clear, you know. You might have a hint of brown or green or something in there, but other than that, they're transparent, and I don't really have a way of doing that here. Like, I can do this, I could just leave it blank, but then it just looks unfinished. The only thing I can really think of is if I went into Photoshop and lowered the opacity so you could slightly see the background, but even then, I don't think it would look that great, so it's kind of the roadblock I hit with these. Now, what I'll probably end up doing is putting him on a darker background so we can get away with some... but I don't know if that'll actually look good on this guy. That's what I did with the lionfish, because I just couldn't get his fins to look right. You can see here, that's not what a lionfish tail fin looks like, so I stuck him onto a black background, or I don't think it's black, I think it's the Discord background color, but then I could actually get the tail to look like what I wanted it to look like. I don't know why I'm so used to working on this gray. It's just, you know, it's close to white because I like to work on white, but you don't want to work on white because then if you want to use white, you can't, so it can be limiting. Okay, we're getting a good start here, I think. Get some of these guys here. Get these fins going. And we'll get that going here and just kind of... Okay, that's kind of our base colors. So I'm going to play around with this for a bit just because it always looks bad at the start because you're still like playing around with the colors and making sure everything looks right. So don't worry, it's not going to look like Rocky and Bullwinkle on NES for too much longer. I got to explain that joke now. Hold up. Rocky and Bullwinkle on the NES might be the ugliest game graphically speaking. Just look at this. It hurts. I don't consider myself a pixel artist, really. I just consider myself a guy who enjoys making pixel art. But my god, what is that? What is that? It's so ugly. And I know it's the NES, so you can't really complain, but like... I'm trying to find an example. Like, there are good NES graphics. Like, here's just a random example. Like, this is that even NES? That looks like it'd be more SNES. But my point is, like, you know, you can have games with limited graphics that still look good, and you know that one is not a good example of that. Okay. Sorry about my NES game rant. Let's get back to this little guy. I think he's actually, you know, I liked, the reason I actually did that, besides, you know, just wanting to explain the joke to you guys, you know, Brendan explains the joke, is because when you've just finished kind of a design you're unsure about, it's a good idea to just look away and then look back, and then you can be like, wow, that's really cool, or holy shit, I hate that so damn much, how did I even make that, you know? And I think we're going to add some darker spots in here. Oh, we got to fix these. I knew something was wrong. Yeah, okay. That doesn't actually look that bad. I can tell you right now, this... I don't know why I'm pointing with my finger. This area right here is too thick. If we flip him, he's going to look weird. Yeah, it's a little... It should come, like... down more than go up, you know? Okay, I think we're going to blend the kind of back of the body out. We're trying to make this area. This is always hard, is finding that area between the tail and the finnage, I guess, because, I mean, technically speaking, it should, the sprite should look like this. It should be kind of like this, and then that's your fin, right? But doing that with this few pixels is kind of hard. Maybe this will be the day we step out of the comfort zone and we kind of try that, because the Cory was just, yeah, the whole tail was kind of a thing. So maybe today's the day. We'll keep the other one to the side and we're gonna try to do this. So if we, okay, the first thing we're gonna do is kind of get this general design here. No, that's not gonna work. Okay, then we flip this. So we get some symmetricalness. Sure. Just kind of fill this with brown for now. And then we'll get some of our green. Not sure if I like that. It would probably look better if it was thicker, but then we have the issue of our outline here. Yeah, that looks strange. I think we can make it work. Maybe. It's worth trying. I'm not just gonna give up like that. You know, fins are more, this goes more out, but I don't want to make them too big. I think if we work with that, I can make it work. Corridor, you know, yeah, that's a great point, Snail. You know? I will never get tired of spellings and pronunciations of fish terms online. Corridor, white cloud minerals, runny nose tetras, allergy eater, neuron turtas, just turta in general. There's more. Suclid. Flower horm, I think I read once. You know, it's fine if people don't know things, but that doesn't mean we can't laugh about it. I know some people will be like, you know, don't make fun of people for not knowing because they won't want to learn. And you know, there's probably some truth to that, but good lord, let me laugh at an idiot not knowing how to pronounce things, because you know, I was there once too. I thought tetras were cichlids. Don't even ask how I made that mistake. I think it's because I didn't know what a cichlid was. I have no excuse for that. It's definitely a better tail than the other guy. By the other guy, I mean this one. I'm gonna work on that a bit more. I think the issue is, I think I got this. This made me uncomfortable because I won't be able to put an outline here and then okay, again, let's copy you, put you over here just in case. That's probably a bit better size. Let's put that over here. Sure, why not? And then let's you know, put him here. Oh shit, I crushed him. And let's do one more time, but this time we will do a resize. We'll do like 90. Okay, actually that might not work too badly. Get some white in here just to separate it from you. Okay, so if we... I think color variation is going to be what saves us in the end. I think the only way this is going to work is if we have some... I don't know why I say we. Like, I'm the one doing this. You guys, most of you guys are doing typing in chat. And the last thing said was corridor A. So, or sorry, corridor A. All right, Matt's going to sleep now. That's a real shame, but you know, that's okay. It's my fault for streaming at 8 p.m. I don't even know what prompted this. You know, it was the same thing that prompted the last live stream. It was me saying, I'm going to live stream this weekend, and then a part of me saying, no, you won't. And I'm so stubborn that even when I tell myself I won't do something, I'll end up doing it, so. Do you guys have that? Some people have that and some people don't. And, or they're so stubborn that when someone says you'll never do that or you can't do that, they end up doing it and they end up doing it well. Like, for example, my mom one time was like, and this is not a dig at my mom, it was just something she said once, was like, I said I wanted to start making like terrariums, like mini, like just, you know, jar terrariums. And she laughed kind of like, when the hell are you gonna have time to do that? And now it's like one of my main hobbies. So, you know, sometimes you can, I don't know if that's out of being stubborn or if you would like call that, you know, doing things out of spite, but some people, you know, that really works for them. It's like someone tells you, you know, you're not good at this or you'll never be able to do that. And then they're so stubborn or they're so spiteful, you know, whether it's someone they don't like or if it's just they don't like being told no, they'll end up doing it and they'll end up doing it very well. But the issue is that what I found is that, so that works for me, for example. But I have friends who do not think like that. When someone tells them they can't do something or they'll do it poorly, it just makes them really sad and then they think they can't do it. So what happens is those that it works for think, oh, this works for me. I'll do it with my friend, and you know, then they'll do well on whatever thing. And then they hear that and then they just get really discouraged and the person's like, oh, I didn't mean to discourage you. You know, it works for me, but it doesn't work for them. And that can be a bit of an issue. And I'm realizing I'm shading the top of this guy the wrong way, so let me just fix that real quick. I just thought it was a little funny thing because I remember trying to encourage someone like that, and they're like, "Can you not? Because that doesn't work for me." And I was like, "Shit, my bad." Because I don't think people realize that. They think like, "Oh, I know the perfect way to get this person to work or this person to be motivated," and all it does is kill any motivation they had. Yeah, I want to get a color like that in there. For some highlights. Look at that. That's looking great already. Okay, yeah, we're getting somewhere here. I'm thankful that at this point, I don't think I've ever gotten a request that I attempted that I haven't been able to, you know, produce something that I consider at least, you know, satisfactory. I mean, I'd say the lionfish is probably my weakest. You know, I mean, the donut, the first iteration of the donut is awful, but at least I was able to make this hilarious cop from Gumball out of it. And George took forever, but I eventually got to him. The only one I'd say I'm not satisfied with is the lionfish. And even then, with these variations, this one is pretty alright. I think if I tweaked it a bit, I could make it into something decent. me too dark. We'll try to give him some like stripes as if it's actual like fins, you know, like that. And we'll add some darker ones here and there. Not yet, because we got to do this one first. It's a little bit of shading. Okay, that's a decent start. Obviously, we need to make this lighter because the outline should get lighter at the top. You know, that's kind of how I do things. I'm breaking my own rules here. So if we go, should that be light enough? Yeah, see, now we're encountering our first issue is that this top half is going to be too dark in comparison. So to compensate, we should just generally make everything lighter up here. You know, it makes sense. We're getting into like what would be the brighter part of it, so it should be getting lighter. Decent start. And sometimes the solution, when you know that still looks too bright, so you know what the solution is we make it just a tiny bit. Oh no, that's not what I want to do. So first of all, that's too dark. But the solution is actually pretty simple. At least it usually is. Maybe it won't be here. What we do is when the outline color is going to be too light, and without us reasonably changing the entire thing, we can just take the darker part and make it darker. And now when we do this, you know, we got a bit more. Yeah, that's a bit better. We're at a point right now where he's looking like an outline with just colors. I don't know how to describe it, but he's looking less like he looks like an object, and that's because the outline's too uniform, I guess. Because he doesn't look like, for example, you look at Bratfish here. Bratfish looks not 3D, but it looks like a complete object. Whereas, say, let's just, you know, if we made the Neon Tetra's outline fully black, I'm just gonna ruin my neon trying to make this example. Yeah, look, I straight up did, because the undo button breaks sometimes. But then it would look more just like if I put a black outline around this Gourami, it would just look like an outline full of detail, and that's not what we want. We want, you know, something proper. So I've made his fin come forward when it should not be. Why did I do that? This is turning out to be more effort than I thought it was. I wanted to start with the reason I picked the upside down cat to start with is because I thought it'd be a quick opener. You know, we flip a Cory, we change a few things, and we're good to go. But this one's clearly proving to be a bit of effort. Okay, just check the chat. There's nothing. I guess no one's watching tonight. That's fine. I'm still doing it. That's better. Am I going to forgo my entire style here? Am I going to just throw my style out the window and kind of experiment? I haven't done that in a while. Let's do it. Why not? Oh, but spiritual. You said outlines are required. Yeah, I still think they are. So what if we just... and then make it a little bit lighter in parts to compensate. That's already much better. Breaking your own rules is clearly a good idea. I'm adding that to the advice rule book. I've tried to give... the reason I haven't done a pixel art... someone told me to do a pixel art like tutorial video or like advice video. I think it was Matt as well. And the reason I haven't done one is because, you know, I'm not... frankly, I'm not an expert at pixel art. Just because I make, you know... I like to think I make nice pieces, but that doesn't mean, you know, I always know what I'm talking about. And this is clearly showing that because I'm kind of throwing out some of my normal conventions here and things are turning out. So I've also been working on another pixel art thing. I've been working on a Minecraft texture pack just for the heck of it. You know, some things are working well. I'm just throwing this in here because it's pixel art related. Some things are working well, other things definitely are not. What if we make that brown? For example, I thought it'd be fun to make a custom skybox. Yeah, I still haven't figured out how to make that really work. It seems whenever I do it, I end up with a way too harsh of a cube. But I don't know, it just seems like the kind of thing you do when you know how to do pixel art. It's like, hey, let's make a Minecraft texture pack. But what I found fun about it is that it's not, I guess, how you'd approach... I was going to say traditional pixel art, but I don't know if this is... I don't know what defines traditional pixel art. Sound like Andy talking about contemporary fish keeping here. But let's do that. Yeah, there we go. Now we're getting somewhere. It's a lot different because you don't have... You're working... So the reason it's different is because when I create a pixel fish, that's what it is. You know, this is a pixel... Right here, we have a pixel fish. You know, he is a pixel fish. He exists in isolation as a pixel fish. If I feel like, you know, eventually, you know, making a... Where is it? If I feel like I'm eventually going to make, you know, a Blackwater pixel art, I can stick one in, and if I really want to, I can, you know, use Photoshop to, you know, add a brown tint to him. That's probably what I'll do. But the thing about Minecraft blocks is that they, when you're working with them, something might look good in the isolation of, you know, I'm working on a square. I think I have one here. The stream's turning into a lot more talking than doing. But okay, yeah, here is a stone brick texture I was trying out because I didn't want to just make variations of the original textures. I wanted to try out something new. So I thought I'll make the stone bricks more like normal bricks. The issue is that, so this looks fine to me, but the issue is, one thing I was doing at the start is I was making a lot of borders because in isolation, just like this is gonna, I can't even do a straight line. Good Lord. A border, you know, looks pretty all right. It's like, you know, that kind of holds the whole thing. Jesus, why? Wow, can't use the mouse clearly. So much for a steady hand. You know, that looks pretty good, you know, because it's all contained. It looks, you know, it's like it's its own object. I was just checking to make sure I still have the old one. Where did I put it? There it is. So it's its own object, you know, it's contained, it looks good. But the issue is, once you go in the game, you know, you're putting these next to each other. And you start to, like, you know, encounter some issues. Like, maybe you already have... In my case, I'm comparing it to a build I already have. The whole reason I'm making this texture pack is to kind of add some things to that build I wanted, like special colors of grass or like change leaves to have more variation, stuff like that. And when I did this, I was like, oh god, that looks terrible next to each other. I don't want those harsh grid lines. So that's just kind of an interesting thing I've learned, is like, it's a lot different than working with these things because, you know, this donut is never going to be pasted over and over again, squished next to each other to make a house. It's just going to be a donut. I might paste it in next to something, but it's generally going to look in place. So I just thought that was kind of a cool thing to note. think I'm gonna do the brown again, maybe here. It's proving to look quite good. I think the face is a bit... Now we're talking. Oh, he's squished. I should do a Brocus at some point. I should just do all the Corys, just recolor the one we have. That's actually looking pretty good. I think what's throwing me off is that... So the way it's angled, it's weird. There's something about this Cory that makes it look like... I don't know how to describe it, but we're kind of looking at this angle, like... The top fin is directly, it's kind of like behind, he's kind of angled towards us. So his fin would be kind of towards the back. But that's not how it was supposed to look. But I think because I've been drawing more, I'm kind of seeing it more like that. So I think the issue I'm getting here is that we should probably be seeing some of the belly because fish aren't flat. And he's looking kind of flat. And I don't know what the solution to this is. Let's look at let's find a belly. Oh, hey Greg, I just saw you there. What do you want? I'll literally do it the second this is done. What do you want? Greg, what sprite do you want? Greg, no, I'm sorry. I was going on a stupid philosophical rant about pixel art, and now you're gone. Greg, please. Okay, well, let's check the chat in like 20 minutes to piss him off again. What was I doing? Oh yeah, upside down catfish. What does their belly look like? I assume it's... Is it light or dark? I think it's actually dark. Belly. Oh, okay, well, thanks for the very bloated... Oh, jeez. You guys can't see this, but it's a severely bloated upside-down cat, and then it says, "There's something wrong with my upside..." I love this. You always see forum posts, and it's the most, like, absolutely wrecked fish. It's got, like, no fins... Like, it has super ick, and you're like, how did it even get that bad? And they're like, is my fish okay? Like, what do you think? I have to wonder, even when I first started, like, I would know, like, okay, that fish, that doesn't look like how a fish should be swimming, and I'd ask. But you have to wonder, like, did they just not look at their tank? Because surely the second your fish's fins are falling off, the second your fish is turning red and swimming upside down, you're probably like, what's wrong with my fish? But somehow these seem to go past that point, and I cannot find a good image of an upside down cat belly. Come on. Welcome to Spiritual Fish Led Stream. Today we spend 40 minutes trying to find the belly of an upside down cat. Okay, the best I have is the original image that we're basing it off of, and we have this. Well, that's helpful. It's the same green as the fins. That might be all we need, though, to be fair. No, that just looks weird. Maybe if we outline it from both sides. Nope, just looks like a weird blob. Okay, I think we're gonna forego that idea. Okay, let's flip you over. and work with you from this angle for a bit. Let's just move you down. I like to keep the old ones just for the heck of it, so I can show my progress. Just give him the actual cat's belly. Okay, yeah, that makes sense, Matt. There we go. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Okay, real talk though, let's... I feel like the whole thing might be too, like... It's too down. I don't know how to describe it otherwise, but like... No, that looks weird. There's something about his face. Feels like it should be up more. But at the same time not. Let's move the eye up. Oops. See, that looks weird, but then if we move the whiskers up... Nope, don't do that. No, that looks weird. I think this is this might be as good as it's gonna get, and I mean I don't think there's anything wrong with that, but there is something that I'm not liking about it. And I think that's the detail might be too much. Well, no, because if you look at the lionfish, I gotta put him next to my other guys, then we can usually see the issues. Well, he's definitely good enough to go on here. Like, I would be satisfied with, you know, like, I could be satisfied with that, but I'm not. I don't know why. Maybe he needs more of the... Oh, I think that's why, actually. Hang on. And then maybe if we just make the gill kind of come up a bit. Yeah, okay. Seal the fin kind of there. Okay, we're almost there. I think we're almost there. How do you use MS Paint? Because I'm a god. Make a dogfish. Yeah, I actually could do that. The black pixels make him stand out. Yeah, I think that's what's happening. Because a lot of these don't have as intense outlines. Now the issue, I was going to say cognitive dissonance, but that's a bit of a stretch, that I'm having right now is that I've been trying to shift towards more intense like colors and outlines. So technically, that's probably why he looks so much different, because I haven't done a fish in a while. He does kind of remind me of the pleco, but with more detail. I think we got to tone down the detail. I think that might be. Let's just cover up all the orange for a bit. Let's replace that ugly brown with this. I think that's one of the issues. There's like an ugly greenish brown in here. I don't know how it got in there, but it's not the right. It's not the right shade. It's not really working for me. That's better. Should make a looped animation with the fish. Yeah, I was actually planning to with this guy here. You can't tell what he is, but it's an overweight electric catfish. It's kind of a meme. And I think up here, no, did I get rid of it? Oh no, it's down here. I had done some, it was a very simple, I was gonna do a very simple one. I don't know why I haven't done it yet, but I'll do the classic, you know, where we just spam Control V and Control Y. And it was gonna be like, his fins and his whiskers were gonna move. And then he was gonna blink, and then he was gonna squirt out some bubbles as well. That's the one thing I haven't done yet, is he was gonna go like, ba-doop, 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 and it was gonna like float up or something. But I should do that, because it would be really easy, but I guess I'm just lazy. Also, probably the fact that I always have like a billion projects at once. So I'm always like, hey guys, tune in for my next video. Sorry about that. It's a dog squeaking his toy. The document is large. Yeah. I mean, you got to keep in mind everything in red with the red square around it isn't mine. It's just, technically there should be one around this too. It's not mine. It's more just like reference sprites. So like really the document should be more like this. But I mean, that's still a lot. But I mean, you do have repeats. Like we have all the old, this is all the old stuff. Really all the new stuff from the last year or two is encapsulated in here. Which, you know, I mean, it's not that much, but it's also not that little. So, you know, it is what it is. That's a really good pair. Yeah, dude, I totally I did every pixel on here, 100%. Definitely. Didn't just take that from the internet as a reference, use it to make this pair here, and then never get rid of it for some reason, and draw a stupid face on it using the eraser tool. I want to try something real quick. Just hang on for a sec. I'm going to, just for fun, for the heck of it, one thing so I make the Minecraft textures I do, and I do those in Photoshop. It's a lot easier. You know, I'm so used to doing these, how I do them, so I'm going to continue doing them in Microsoft Paint for the foreseeable future. But, you know, doing the Minecraft textures is just a lot easier because, like, you have stuff like glass. You know, you can't have transparency in Microsoft Paint. So, you know, it's a bit of a problem. But one thing I've been playing with a lot what am I trying to say? Oh, is you can like screw with the noise levels, and I want to see if doing that here, if I can reduce the noise. I'm just curious as to how it will make him look. Okay, cool. Well, I'll give you a screenshot of how he looks right now. I should just share the window, but you know, that's what it did to him right away. So that's a great start. Looks like some minimalist artwork. Name? Clearly I wasn't paying attention. Name of what, Matt? Okay, let's do this. Name of the pair, dude. It's just pair. I don't know what to tell you. Okay, here's what Photoshop did to him. You know, that's not actually that bad. you know, it's cheating, but it's just sticky there for now. Let's remove the Corey, and let's see. So here's the. Oh, we gotta deal with all this shit. Well, that's fair. I mean, you know, I put him in Photoshop. I deserve to have to do all this. Yeah, I just reduced the... What did I do? So I did the reduce noise option. I went to noise, I went to reduce noise, and I put the strength up pretty high, and I sharpened the details a bit. And you know, it just kind of it helps to like mute certain, when you have like a really harsh color change that you maybe didn't intend to do, it can help with that. Yeah, I don't know what else to say, but I think that might actually be pretty helpful. We'll compare these two once I touch this guy up a bit. But yeah, I use that with the Minecraft textures a lot, just because, like, for example, with sand, for instance, I made a really harsh texture, and then, you know, I was like, oh, like some of those yellows don't really go all together, so, you know, just reduce the color with the noise reduction, and then you end up with, you know, a monochromatic image, and you can kind of work around that. Which is really helpful. And I screwed this up, so watch, we're going to press undo, and it's going to undo all of that, but not to worry, we're just going to do redo and do that, because I don't really give a shit about one pixel needing to be redone. You can hear my dad out there saying he's live streaming. He's probably like, what the hell is this kid live streaming? I'm doing pixel art. I'm doing pixel art if you're curious.
Don't come in?
I'd appreciate it, yeah. You can say hi. Or not. Hope you guys enjoy that. I think every good live stream has a parent or a friend interlude. I think the first one, my mom came in, and yeah, I don't think I've ever told you guys this, but it's really fucking funny. Mom came in, you know, asked a question. I don't think I muted because I don't care, and then she just took a nap on my floor. Yeah, guarantee Cash the Dash is out my door right now going, oh. So if you hear any noises, that would be him. Okay, let's get a few of these just a bit brighter. Okay, I think that's good. What do you guys think? Matt, are you the only one watching? Oh, there's someone else watching. I like to think it's Greg, and Greg's just sitting here, you know, I've been going for an hour? Good lord. Made, like, no progress. I've been talking a lot, I guess, that's why. There you go, there's your, I guess these take longer than I expect sometimes. Yeah, I think let me move this work in progress goldfish that I'm never gonna finish. Let's put this here. I think that's pretty all right. Will I end up, you know, editing it later? Absolutely. That's pretty much happened with all of them. But for now, you know, it's a good start. Let's do it. Let's flip them over, see how they look. Let's not get the shadow, because that would be weird. Okay, rotate. I mean, yeah, they kind of just look like the quarry with more details. I think they look okay. I think the whiskers, maybe... I'm going all out with these guys. I think we need to fix up the whiskers. I think the way they're designed here works when they're like that. Maybe if we just do... If we just do them like how the quarry has them, it'll be okay. No, I feel like... That looks weird. Yeah, that's not... You know what? I know the solution here is we'll flip him, and then we'll fix it like that, and then we'll flip him back. This is way more effort into what has essentially been a recolor. Not entirely a recolor, mind you. But pretty much just, you know, was going to just be a recolor of an existing one. I don't know if you guys can hear Cash, but he's honking. That's the sound I make when I'm unsure. Greg ditched us like a... Oh, it's the other one's me. Yeah, good point. You should do a shitty pixel animation of season... Thanks, Matt. You should do a shitty pixel animation. Yeah, it's not like I have, you know, sprites of every... of, you know, the hazmat, both variations, plus the pilot version and all the Reaper mats from Detention Air. And also Mr. Worst. And this withered Freddy version. This is almost right, but there's something about it. Maybe it's the fact that one is going up. And then if we just... And if we simplify... I talk like I'm doing math. I'm not. There's no math. I guess there's math in this, you know. No, not really. It's like people who say there's math in Minecraft. Yeah, there is, but... You know... Just because there's math in something doesn't mean you're always using the math, I guess is my point. Like, if you're doing algebra homework or fucking fractions or calculus, if you're doing any of that, you are doing math. Like, there is no way you're not doing math unless you're just straight up looking at the answers. But, you know, in these things, you know, you could be like, well, there's math in that. Yeah, you know, there is, but it doesn't mean I'm doing the math. Reminds me when I played... Was it me or someone else was playing frog fractions in class, and the teacher was like, oh, a fractions game, I never heard of that one. And thankfully they didn't stick around and watch it too long, because Matt, I don't know if you, I assume you're still watching, but I don't know if you know this, but frog fractions is not a fractions game. You basically are a frog clicking on bugs and your score is in fractions. That's the only fractions. Okay, I'm going to keep... I think that's pretty good, but now this one's growing on me, so I'm going to keep this guy as well. Let's move these goldfish, because I'm not doing that for a while. I'm not sure why Bratfish is twice. I guess I wanted one without the fart. And let's do that, and let's do that. Okay. That's, you know, those are pretty good. Let me just spam this in my chat so I can be like, hey guys, I'm so cool, I made an upside down catfish. Francis, are you here? Like, or did you just jump in for a second and you have to leave? Because if you want, I can start doing a few of the ones I promised you. I think that'd be fun. I'm just gonna send this in the server. Francis is. I'm here, bitch. Okay, cool. Let's do which one? Pick one. I forgot what the three you wanted me to do. You wanted me to do raspberry. I know what the other one is. I don't want to say it. What was the third one? Oh, cinnamon bun, wasn't it? Which one do you want me to do? I'll just. I don't know if I'll do all three of them tonight, but I'll definitely try to get at least one of them done. God, my library is just expanding here. I did this Rat Boy Genius one a while ago, and I just did this was the old one, this is the updated one. You can see, have I improved, or have I just thought to myself, let's shade heavier? I don't know, but this looks like, you know, this looks like Microsoft Paint. This looks like Mario and Luigi Dream Team. I don't know. Do the tampon. Okay, cool. For context, Francis had a birthday. I already mentioned this earlier, but Francis had a birthday. I promised her I'd do some pixel art. Didn't really get around to it. The lemon was hers, but kind of ran out of time for things because of school and stuff, and I felt guilty ever since. Yeah, and I promised her a raspberry, a cinnamon bun, the lemon, which I actually did, and a used tampon, because why not? So this is going to be fun, because if I get a reference image, I really can't put it on the screen, because I don't think YouTube will like that. So let's just, let's hope for the best. I guess we can, you know, we can just get an image of a tampon. That's probably good enough. So let's look at it. So guys that don't know, this is, If anyone doesn't know, there's a tampon. If I get age restricted for showing this, this proves that society is prejudiced against women. I don't know. Probably. I mean, like, you know, that shouldn't be an age restricted thing. You know, that's the only people that shouldn't know about these are like 8-year-old boys, I guess. You know, after that, you should probably know what it is. So we'll just paste it over here next to these resized Mario Kart. You know, I could clean up this document, but I don't like to. I like to remember, like, oh yeah, I remember when I, you know, got these Neon Tetra shitty reference images. I don't know. So let's grab. Oh, this was the original upside down cat, by the way. So we have the upside down catfish and the upside down cat. There you go. You know, pick your version. They're both pretty great. Personally, I preferred the upside down catfish more because I just spent like an hour on it. It's a good reason. I mean, these two could be best friends. You know, you could have the adventures of the upside down cat and the upside down catfish. But let's grab. I usually, when I do one of these, what I'm about to do, I do it with the little arms, legs, and the eyes. So I'll grab one of these guys. I guess one thing I should note is that I've kind of shifted away from using the mouths. You can see like the redone versions don't have the mouths. And I think it just makes them look a bit cleaner, I guess. You know, the banana might actually be a pretty good reference for this. Let's grab these 3. Nope. Let's grab these 4. Just stick them over here for now. Why don't you just start working at the other end? You know, that's a great question that I'm not going to answer because I made it up myself. If we take the pear and we squish it, let's not do that. Let's just start from scratch. We're gonna want a kind of organic shape, which is not easy to get. It's definitely easier than building organics in Minecraft, but you know, it's still not easy. Already, I think this is gonna be too big. There we go. Yeah, see, Matt, if they remove it, it's sexist. You're completely right. Oh, and Liam's come to say hi. That's fine. Impromptu videos. Cash is down there. You guys want to say hi to Cash? Where'd he go?
Say hi.
There's Cash. Oh, shoot. Where's he going?
Gee.
Where did Cash go?
There she is.
Oh, thanks. There you guys go. Say hi to Cash. And he's going under the table. Yeah, I usually don't stream unless, you know, no one's home because stuff like this happens. But who cares, man? 401 subscribers. If anyone's gonna unsubscribe because this is too unprofessional, then, you know, like, do I even want them here? Now, the first thing we're gonna do here is we're gonna. Hi, Liam and Cash. Well, thanks, guys. I'm just gonna keep going. I'm gonna pretend nothing's happening. I'm going to paste this onto, so I'm going to grab this darker background here, and I'm actually going to work on this, because if our main color is white, that means shading is going to be a light gray, which is, you know, the background we're working on right now, so that's not very helpful. I didn't mean to do that. There we go. So this should be a better start, and we're going to make her a bit smaller, and yes, it's a her, you know, why would I make this a guy? That just seems weird. Unless I wanted to make some commentary, which, spoiler alert, I don't. I don't care that much. This is just fun pixel art time. Now let's just get a sense of scale here. I like to kind of work within the constraints of the pineapple. Why does this look bigger than it is? Let's grab a quick. That's not the color I picked. Oh, never mind, it is.
It's so loud.
So loud. What could be? What could be so loud?
A toothbrush.
Yeah, you're brushing your teeth. Good job. Just get a full outline here. Now I know. Alright, they're out. Now, at the expense of sounding an idiot, I'm going to ask this. So, I know generally, you know, like tampons are absorbent. That is the purpose of them. if you leave one in long enough to the point where it would be considered used, you know, it's going to be pretty much completely bloody. But if I was to just do a slight bloodiness to this, just to give it a bit of charm, a bit of character, should I do it at the bottom or should I do it at the top? And by bottom at the top, I mean, you know, the way I've drawn it here. So, you know, this is the top, this is the bottom. And this question is, sorry, Matt, but this question is really directed towards Francis because, you know, no need to, you know, without insulting you, I'd say she probably knows a bit better. I'll just wait for that. In the meantime, let's get this going. We can actually use the reference images, little shading here on the string, the strang. Which side should be bloody? I'm getting this side, right? Right? Because this is the string that take it out, right? Right? Am I right? I have to deal with the stream delay, so I just have to wait here in not silence because I never shut up. But I have to sit here. Yes. Okay. Great. So the bottom should be bloody. Cool. Great. Perfect. Let's get a nice bloody red. No, this is an alien tampon, so it's purple. Let's get a nice bloody red. Should we go this red or this red? Yeah, so we'll just, you know, we'll have a... Again, that's just a rough kind of starting point. I know someone's going to say that blood's too neon. I know, we're just starting out here. If anyone says in chat the blood is too neon, I'm going to lose my shit. Oh no, wait, but is the black going to look... Oh no, it's fine, okay. That expression. Thanks, Francis. The blood is too neon. I'll use that for my black water. Yeah, Snail's the one with the black water that's so damn red it might as well be a period blood biotope. I got a sneeze coming on. Thanks. Very cool sneeze. I should do a, you know, I just realized I should do a Halloween pixel stream. I've done a pumpkin. It's really bad. I'll grab him. There he is right there. It's terrible. Absolutely terrible. But if I, you know, if I made him a bit, you know, a bit of a funkier shape now, I could probably make something that looks a bit cuter. Talking about stuff being cute as I'm working on a used tampon. You know what? Maybe some, like, tampon company will make this their new logo. They'll be like, yo, that's a really cool tampon, spiritual fish lad. I probably won't because I'm a man and I'm doing the art. They'd probably want a female artist, you know, for a female issue. Is issue the right word? Maybe that's not the best word to use when talking about a bodily function. That was a satisfying sneeze. Thanks? I don't know what to... I don't know how to respond to that. the blood on the outline should be darker. Should have some white thrown in here. Yeah, okay, that's already looking pretty alright. I want that to go like that. I want a bit less of a gradient here because the gradients are always shitty in pixel art. That's my tip of the day. You know, earlier I was saying how, you know, you can break conventions, try new things. Never do gradients. You know, you can do mild gradients, but like if you're at a point where you're literally going like and you know, just I could keep doing this for hours. Not hours, like 5 minutes, but yeah, that's not shading. You can't just make a gradient like with no thickness variation and call it shading. That was one of my first. I don't have the sprite anymore, I don't think, but there was this guy and I made some wings on him, and like I shaded it like that. And it was just a random friend who had never done pixel art before. It was just like, that gradient is so ugly, and I got mad at him, but no, he was totally right. Gradients are just never, they just never really look good in pixel art. I'm sure someone can make them look good. I mean, I've heard there's certain things that aren't, you know, universally, or I guess are considered, you know, not the way to do things, like pillow shading. That's when you like shade from, rather than defining a light source, you kind of just make it darker and go lighter. But I've seen examples where like it shows pillow shading versus not, and oftentimes the pillow shading looks better. So whether that's just the flaw of the examples or just the fact that sometimes, you know, not doing the conventional thing can be cool, I don't know. Let's get that a bit darker down here. It's actually starting to look pretty alright. Normalize using tampons. I mean, yeah. I can't even, like, I don't know how to respond to that. Like, yeah, no shit. Normalize doing things that are done. Like, you know. I don't know where to put the eyes on this one. Good lord. Everyone type in chat something we should normalize. Meme or not. Conventional, you're worried about convention when you're making a pixel use tampon with eyes. I don't have to give it eyes. I just think it's funnier with eyes, you know. I do that kind of eyes, but I really can't in this context because the white is the tampon. I kind of can. You can't really see it though. Oh, it would look cute that way though. Maybe if we do like a gray. That doesn't really work. We're getting a bit more of a natural blood color here, I think. Maybe not. I mean, it's looking a bit better. I keep looking at my mic and it looks, the light keeps looking like it's blinking to me just because I'm not really focused on it, and that would mean the mic was muted. And then I'm like, oh god, have I been muted this whole stream? And obviously I haven't because you guys are responding to stuff I'm saying. Normalize me doing your mom. Normalize homicide. Alright, well, I'm never asking a question like that again because those are the worst answers ever. Thanks, guys. And girls. And, you know, whatever. I just clicked on something. What did I... I don't even remember what I was doing. Okay. Oh, pixel art, probably. Yeah, that's probably a good place to go back to. I mean, yeah, this looks... Let's... Hypothetically, let's put this back on the gray background, and yeah, that doesn't work. Can I be the used tampon spiritual? Like, you want to use it as your icon? I mean, Francis might as well, but I mean, you're not in the same server, so I don't know if it would really be a issue. I don't know, Francis. You can give the go or the no to Snail because it was made for you, so it's only fair, I guess. That makes sense, right? That logic checks out. I mean, it fits your tank, that's for sure. I'm only be using it for when I'm on your beard. Oh, that's great. I know you told me that, but I forgot. Can you make it say girl? I should really be focusing on finishing this, but of course. Let's get it. Girl. How many R's are used? Or I'll just go off what you said in chat, which was two. Just, how am I gonna make an R with this font? Oh, okay, like that. Girl. This L's are... Is that... Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. You know, we'll go the extra mile. We'll add some nice. We'll add a little bit of shading on the girl. There you go. Girl. Okay, now I think it's the eyes need something. Now I like the string because it looks like a ponytail. That's some genius creativity on my part. Oh geez, now it's an alien. See, that doesn't have the same amount of character as this does, but then it looks stupid. Maybe she's mad because she's tired of getting her beard. That doesn't go with the girl. Oh, what if we give it... Ooh, I got an idea. Oh, gee, I almost deleted it. We give him lipstick because girls wear lipstick. Oh my gosh. She's T-posing now. Now she's got like big armor plates. I don't think it looks stupid. It's great. Well, I appreciate it, but it definitely needs a bit more work. It's definitely getting there, but it needs a bit more work. It's not up to the standard that I have created. This is the problem with getting good at things and then taking a break, is that sometimes you lose... I don't want to say you lose the skills because like you like to think that, you know, if you build up some skills, they're not that easy to lose because it hasn't been that long since I've done it. But I feel like if you just kind of establish a new skill in something and then you take a break for a bit, then you kind of lose parts of it. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. You really think I know what I'm talking about? I mean, no, you probably don't think I know what I'm talking about because I don't. I was about to go to the white and do swing lighter. Like, yeah, okay. Oh no, actually, I think we. Wait. Oh, there we go. Why is this is like cream? I didn't mean to make it cream colors. So we should probably fix that. So I think the gray is too gray. So let's kind of go at least on that side. But then it's too light. So we go back to the gray and then, you know. Sorry for not talking much. There's a cool song on the background that you guys can't hear. And I guess it's getting me in the mood or the zone. You know, nothing puts me in the mood for making pixel art of a used tampon more than a progressive rock playlist. I think we're getting there. We're getting there a lot. Brendan, make me pixel art. Hands on hips. Good idea. Oh, Greg's back. So you guys weren't here when Greg got a little upset because he asked me to make a pixel art a long time ago and I haven't done it yet. Greg, what do you want? The second I'm done making this used tampon, yes, I know how that sounds. I will get to making yours. What would you like? Surprise me. No, Greg, that doesn't help me. You say surprise me? Here's the surprise. You know, take old man soda can. Actually, you know what, Greg? Take a look at our fine catalog here and tell me if there's anything here you want, because I will gladly send any of these to you, or just say a fruit or something and I'll make it. I like piano. Okay, that could be difficult. I could do a music note. I don't know if I could do a piano, frankly. I feel like making anything a cutesy in this style like that would be a bit difficult. Oh, wait, maybe... Nope. Sometimes the eraser tool like selects itself and then you end up doing that. It looked like she had glasses. That actually might be cute. We gotta do everything we can to make this cute. Okay, that color's awful, but if we fix that... Can I come on the... Yes, Greg, come on the podcast. You have so much to say about fish, I'm sure. Greg, you know, share in chat what fish-related topics you could talk about, and you know, I'll gladly ask if I can invite you on. Why am I saying I would ask? I run the podcast, but you know, I still like to run it by the other guys because it wouldn't happen without them. Because I don't know dick about fish. I mean, I know some things, but I don't know much. This is just a fact. I feel like the glasses were a mistake. but I'm still gonna save a version with glasses. Oh no, what have I done? Put her in the tree. There's nowhere to put her, what do I do? There, oh. Oh no, jeez. There, you can hang out there. Oh jeez. Is the one with glasses cute or not? Oh, here we go. Cod fishing. Okay. Okay. How to control a boat. Yeah, you know, Greg, actually, a fishing podcast is not a bad idea. I mean, we're currently about to do like an ethics one, which is, you know, a bit of a different topic than fishing. But Francis, glasses or no glasses? Snail, you know, everyone in chat, glasses or no? I think no glasses is better, but the face still needs some work on the no glasses one. Glasses not cute. Glasses only cute on you. Thank you for flirting with me in the live stream chat, but what if we do? That's just scary. I don't like that. Let's just try. Let's try a different. No, stop with the transparent selection. Give me the whole thing. If we move, no. Gee, Brandon, Microsoft Paint seems like it's a limited program. Perhaps you should switch to a better one. Shush. I'll get some things going there. See, until we get to the eyes, we're actually doing pretty well. But then we get to the eyes and it's like... No, not that. Because normally I have the eyes, so normally I angle the eyes so like it kind of looks like they're almost forward facing, but they're slightly angled, generally. And I can't really do that here unless we do that or that, and neither of those are good. And forward facing just looks awkward. Because the girl doesn't work. The one with the wonky eyes. That one's gone now. I don't know what to do. Like, you know what? That is perfection. No, that's not as good. That's it. That's what we have to do, isn't it? That's the one. And then if we do like can we do a hands on the hip? Let's see if we can. This thing doesn't really have hips because it's a tampon. Wait, hang on. Grr. Oh, it's so stupid. Alright, well, we just gotta do some touch-ups. But yeah, overall, that's pretty great. It's a bit different than my normal ones. You know, it's a bit less. It's a bit less. I don't it's less boxed, less outlined is what I should say. I don't know why my brain went to boxed of all words, but maybe it would look better if it's outlined. So let's do a bit of that. Yeah, it looks a bit better. It's the problem with working with white is that I try to do more intense outlines now, and the transition of white to gray sometimes just doesn't work when you Because you don't think of a tampon as gray. I guess I could shade with blue like they have. If you look at this image, just low resolution, and this becomes like a blue. It's got a bluish green, I guess, but that's just gonna look like that wouldn't look right, you know. It just looks off. I think that's good for now. Now I'm gonna do what I did with the last one, and I'm just gonna stick this bad boy in Photoshop just to see if the reducing of the noise makes anything, you know, interesting. Just because I like to do that. Sorry you guys can't see this. It's just really quick, and I don't feel like, you know, fixing all the window shit. Did that even do anything? Well, here's the reduced noise version. It kind of just looks like a more muted. If we edit that and make it a bit brighter, actually, I don't think this is that bad. Okay, yeah. Well, I'm happy with that one. I think that's pretty good. I'm just gonna keep those there, I guess. There's no real point in me moving it anywhere. And that's pretty good, but you know, Greg really wants one, so I guess we can shove in a quick one for Greg. He wants. Let me do a music note. Let's see if I can do a music note. I feel like it's going to end up being too simple, but let's try it. So let's grab, you know, we got our generic music note. There, oh geez, he's big. I make the background white. There you go. Perfect. Resize to like 10. There we go. Why do you even need a reference image for something this simple? Good question. The answer is I probably don't, because I don't know why. She swallowed the fly. Perhaps she'll die. Okay, I don't even need that. Let's get that out of here. Grab you. Oh no. Well, let's just start with red. Clearly I do need this. We'll just start with that, and then we'll kind of work with it. Greg, what's your favorite color? I'll make it your favorite color. We'll get rid of these guys real quick. Grab the. Let's grab the cherry for reference. I like to, you know, no, let's grab the mango for reference. The mango was based on my friend Matt. That's the guy who requested the upside down cat. He made a mango, and I just kind of edited it a bit, so that'd be fun. Why did she swallow fly? I don't know. Greg, what's your favorite color? I need this information. I need it. You know what? I'll just do it in red, and then if he says a different one, I'll recolor. You know what? I don't like red. Let's do it in blue, and let's do it like a bluish purple, and if he changes his mind, I can just recolor it in Photoshop in like a minute. Not even. I like to use Photoshop in tandem, you know, just like get it all done in Microsoft Paint, and then if I need to like just edit the colors a bit or something, I can stick it in a Photoshop. Like these, I made the red yarn ball, and then I just recolored them all with Photoshop because it didn't really make sense to me to go through the effort of creating the same sprite with the potential of screwing up the colors and having like inconsistent variations in all of them. Would have just been more work for basically the same for like a worse outcome. Like, what's the point of doing more work for an outcome that you know is probably going to end up being worse? The answer is there isn't. There's absolutely no point. He looks like a vacuum cleaner. Let's think. Let's. I'm trying to think creatively here. It would be better if this one was like. Let's think creatively here. Gonna try something. If they were like singing out to the world, you know. Okay, I actually like. We're gonna fix the face after, but I think that's actually a pretty good concept to go with. You know, Francis, I will do the rest of yours in another stream, but frankly, I'm not the biggest live stream guy, so doing a stream this is pretty long. I don't know if my other streams have gone longer than this, but I guess I could check that right now. Actually, let's see. I'm just gonna check my channel real quick. So the Freddy Fish stream was an hour and a half, so we've topped that. Second stream was an hour and a half. So most of my streams have been an hour and a half, I think. What was the first stream? The first stream was an hour, almost an hour and a half. So I seem to go for an hour and a half. That's kind of the time I seem to like to do. So I'll probably stick with that. You know, don't want to get too tired of things, I guess. I don't know. You know, I like to do things as long as they're enjoyable. This guy, we're going to try to make this guy pretty shiny. I feel like a music note should be shiny. I don't know why. I just do. Or as the whatever translation of the song Shiny from Moana was, where he says bling bling instead. That's my favorite one. Bling bling. It's funny, when I started this night, I was like thinking I was going to do a powdered blue gourami, but we've clearly taken a different approach, which, believe me, I have no issue with. That's actually looking pretty alright. The only issue is the darkest purple is going to be contrasting a bit too much with the black. So let me just think of some solutions here. Solution one, we make this brighter, which seems viable actually. We're going to lose some of that intensity, which is a little unfortunate, but it's not a huge deal. And then if we just do like, let me look up some singing expressions. It looks like a blue saxophone. You know, I will do a saxophone at some point because that's a great idea. I'm looking up a guy singing, or a person singing, cartoons singing, because I wanted like make him like singing out to the world. Alright, how about singing pixel art? Okay, I've got some really great pixel art here. According to the internet, this is Miranda sing. Oh jeez, it made her black. It turned her into blackface. No. It was not intentional. None of these are helpful. Absolutely none of these are helpful. But I'm gonna go with their eyes kind of closed. So like, if we go like... No, that's too big. And they're like singing, and it's like... Okay, I'm gonna drop this into Photoshop and change the colors because they are too intense. I know I'm cheating with Photoshop tonight. I'm sorry, but it's okay. Actually, the funny thing is, once I put it in Photoshop, it's because it's a lot bigger. It actually doesn't look as bad, but it's gonna reduce noise. Okay, that's really weird. When I reduce the noise, so what we get is proof that I picked my colors very poorly, because this color, let's see if this is right. So this color is bluer than the rest of them, because this is what it does when it reduces color noise. Now most of it looks purple except for this middle color, which becomes blue. So I'm gonna reduce color noise again. Yeah, that looks more like it. You know, this is what I was expecting it to look like. I was expecting it to look more like this. But obviously we don't want that, so I'm just gonna add a random color to him. I wish Greg would tell me his favorite color, because he hasn't, so I literally don't. I'm gonna stick to purple. I want to do a lighter purple. Okay, so this way we get... Nope. So we ended up with that, and then if we just kind of... Oh, joy. If we kind of just work with that. You know, a bit less intense here. I wish I could zoom more. That's probably what's going to make me eventually actually change to Photoshop. Is in Photoshop, you can zoom into pixels so much more. Like the pixels can, on your max zoom, in fact, you can basically zoom till the pixels are like this big. Fuck, come on. Like to that size, each pixel, which would be really convenient because sometimes it's just too small. Maybe there's like, are there MS Paint mods? Now that's how to be, that's like the true artist has modded Microsoft Paint. Okay, now if we make this black, it should stand out more. I know it looks black, but I'm pretty sure it's a lighter purple because of the color noise reduction. Yeah, see, look. It's going to stand out a bit more. The next thing is just fixing up this kind of middle zone here. We got a bit too much variation in here, I think. This is completely random. I don't know why I've thought of this, but I'm gonna bring it up. When I was a kid, I was so obsessed with like finding like the supernatural that one time I was in a car with like some friends and I was like freaking out. I'm like, no one's like there's no one in the driving seat of that car, like, but they're like, yeah, because it's parked. And I was just like, oh yeah. Like I guess my brain was just like, oh my god, like that's a car driving but no one's driving it. I have found ghosts. I don't really know what I was thinking. I was kind of stupid, but also just curious for the unknown or something. I don't know. Whatever way you can spin that weirdness and make it sound like a good thing. That's what I was. This is really coming together. This guy's really cute. Okay, this is not the right color again. We've ended up with something a little too red, I think. I don't know how I managed to screw this up so much, but I did. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with that variation in color, but I don't want it here. There he's like singing to the world. He's like, I don't know, pick a song in your head, and that's the song he's singing. He's singing your favorite song to you. He doesn't know you, but he knows your favorite song because he stalks your Spotify. It's not like a beautiful, like ethereal being. He just stalks your Spotify. If you don't have Spotify, he makes an account for you. He hypnotizes you into picking your favorite songs, and then he figures it out that way. Yeah, I could have just made him like, oh, he analyzed your YouTube history, but no, this is more fun. I want to do this up here. All right, that's pretty good. I'm satisfied with that little guy. Now we just gotta give him his foot shadow. Wait, why am I copy and pasting that? I can draw that from scratch. It's literally like 10 pixels. And then you script the foot. Look at him. He's so happy. He's just singing away. Now, if we make him a bit shorter, is that better? I think that is a bit better. Let me just check chat. I haven't looked. Oh, it looks like we're back. I've returned for check your snap. I sent you my recent project. Oh, hey, what's up? Fun times. Photoshop is kind of ass for pixel art. Yeah, I know. It's good for... I actually don't mind it for Minecraft pixel art, though. Use that pixel art program. Yeah, I know, I should. Dude, but MS Paint is where it's at. Anyways, there's the tampon. This is the finished one. I think I'm going to use the less intense colored one. This one. I haven't decided yet. But yeah, it's going... Girl. I don't really know what the pose is, but... and then this is the one for Greg. It's a music note singing to the world. This was the original one, and then I reduced the vibrancy and shit. And we made this little guy. And I think he's pretty cute. And then Francis said it looks like a blue or purple saxophone. So I'll probably, do a saxophone. That's going to be on the to-do list. We should really just add a to-do list to here. I know there's a lot. Like there's this, where is it? Where did I put the goldfish? There was the goldfish that I've never... There's the goldfish. Started that like 2 years ago probably, and then just never bothered. I want to do a gourami. There's a gourami. Just lots of stuff to do. But, that's... I think that's going to be the stream for tonight, guys. So we got... Unless anyone has any other things, I don't really think so. I think I'm going to end it off here. We've been going for 2 hours, so that's my longest stream ever. Longest stream with face cam, longest stream ever. This is the 4th stream I've ever done, I think. 3rd Pixel stream I've ever done. So recap of the night, we did the Pixel Cat. That took way too long. Still not entirely satisfied with that one. I'll probably work on it a bit more later. I don't know. There's the Upside Down Cat. We did the used tampon saying girl, as you do. Can we add and then we did the music note singing because Greg... came in to remind me that I promised him a pixel art icon like a year ago. And I don't think he's exaggerating. I think I actually promised him one a year ago. And I never made it. So, it was only fair of me to do so. And, I'll keep trying to catch up with what other people want. I know Matt, I promised him I would do like this big like background thing for the Discord bot, but frankly, I just don't really have the time for that right now. I only have the time for these little cute ones. And like how I said, I don't have the time for that after spending literally 2 hours of my life talking to a camera and kind of engaging with a chat, but that's probably gonna end it for tonight. So thanks guys for watching. Let's compile all these guys into one little image so I can use that as the thumbnail, and then we'll be done for the night. Let's grab the upside down cat. I like this one the most. And the girl. This is gonna be the ugliest thumbnail ever. Alright, there's tonight. Get out of here, George. That's tonight's work. We got a lot of great things done tonight. I guess, when it comes to Inktober, I'm not really... There's nothing inky going on here, but I still drew something. I think it's enough to do art, right? It's probably good enough. Kind of sexist for you not to like the tampon the most. Well, I guess I'm sexist because I think the music note's my favorite. Actually, no, the tampon's probably my favorite because it's a tampon and that's just funny. It's like a novelty thing, like, haha, it's a bloody tampon, how can you not like it? I'd like to end off by showing some art I've been working on otherwise because, frankly, haven't gotten to a point in my life where I feel like, the SD card I use for filming with my camera, I don't know why I'm gesturing when I can just grab it here, holds enough for about 2 hours of footage. Frankly, when I do art, it takes, you saw how long these took. Imagine how long like a proper piece takes. So that's why I haven't done any like spiritual scribbles of any physical art. But I thought I'd show you to you guys here. So here's a recently done watercolor for anyone who hasn't seen it. And then also, I thought fitting for the stream, I'd show you, anyone who hasn't seen it, I think everyone's seen it, but I'll show it here anyways. Actually, you know what? I'll show this too. This was the Burger Man. I showed him in the last Pixel stream. He's done now. And there's also these two are fitting. We got a Corridorus humanoid. And we got an giant Anableps. Oh, I should do an Anableps. That would be hard. I think I'm going to do that. Gotta challenge myself. Anyways, thanks to everyone for watching. Boyga man, yeah. Thanks everyone for watching. And this was a lot of fun. You know, every time I do these, I think, why don't I do these more often? And the answer is probably because I would get burnt out. But thanks to everyone for watching. I hope I'll have a new video, like an actual video, like an edited video coming out sometime this week. But you know, you never really know. I just like to put out content for you guys whenever I find the time, whenever I feel like it. But I do enjoy making videos, and I hope to continue doing it. And 400 subscribers now, 401. I guess this will be the 401 subscriber special. That's what I'll title it. But thanks for watching. I've said that like 9 times. That's kind of how I end all my videos. And I'll see you guys and gals in the next stream, whenever the hell that might be. Goodbye. Oh, one more thing. This is just for you, Francis. It's the Fish Wizard.